Our business editor Richard Southern joins us now. And Richard, many essential retail workers have received a raise in the recent weeks, but will it last once this pandemic is over?
Yeah, we know a lot of the grocers have doled out temporary raises, but I mean, we can all agree on the amazing work the grocery store employees have done, the cleaners have done, that all sorts of minimum wage workers have done in the past month and a half. You know, minimum wage workers have turned into these big heroes. The Ford government last year did away with a planned minimum wage hike to $15. Instead, the premier tied the increase in the minimum wage to inflation, meaning it's only going up a few cents in the fall. So in light of everything we've seen, I wanted to ask the premier if he's changed his mind on minimum wage. Take a look.
Right now with the grocery clerks, that the private sector, through their corporate companies that they work for, they're above minimum wage right now. So I would, you'd have to ask that question to the CEOs of the big 5 or 6 retail grocery chains, and what I understand, they're above minimum wage right now.
So, he didn't really answer my question there, but it sounded like, he's not going to budge on the minimum wage. Yeah, and there's two schools of thought. I mean, many other businesses are hurting and maybe couldn't afford a minimum wage. It is going up 25 cents in October, Melissa, to $14.25 an hour here in Ontario.
Okay, and investors appeared to be in an optimistic mood as trading week came to an end.
Yeah, you know what? It was a winning week and it was a pretty good day. Stocks are looking a little bit better. The closing bell rang to end the week today on Wall Street, and the Dow was up 700 points and up 6.1% on the week. Closer to home, the TSX picking up 466 points today, or 3.3%. A lot of today's buying was attributed to a story in a healthcare publication in the States talking about how a company called Gilead Sciences was testing an experimental drug called remdesivir to treat COVID-19 patients, and apparently one trial in one Chicago hospital went well. So traders kind of latched onto that and did some buying. So we'll see if that continues next week, Melissa.
Okay, and certain sectors are booming these days, and they all have one thing in common, Richard. They rely heavily on our vices.
Vices. Oh, are we going to be doing some of these Friday night at home, Melissa? I don't know. Poker, online poker is just surging, apparently. There's a Toronto company called the Stars Group, and they're one of the biggest owners of these online poker and casino sites. And they said today, business is booming. It apparently had record revenue, this company, in the first quarter, with everyone flocking to these poker sites in March. And the company says, we expect that to continue through the new quarter. We're drinking more booze. Numbers in this week showed Canadians are downing 25% more alcohol while hunkered down at home. Melissa, numbers also showed that more than 20% of those who are working from home drink while they're working from home, beer being the top choice. And we're also smoking a lot more pot. We just got numbers in from the OCS, Canada's or Ontario's cannabis distributor. Melissa, it says it's seen online orders triple since the COVID-19 started, with almost 1 in 3 orders coming from new customers. So that's what we're doing, it seems, to pass the time, Melissa. I don't know.
Well, cheers to the weekend, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. Little gambling, smoking, drinking, just, in moderation,
Yeah, no, absolutely. Well, thank you, Richard. We'll see you again in the next hour.
Thanks, Melissa.